So how did I become a data analyst with no relevant experience, no background in science, statistics, or mathematics? Did I transition to become a data analyst because of the money? Why exactly and how exactly did I transition to data analysis? Hey guys, my name is Rachel, and if you're new here, I'm a Nigerian YouTuber living in Calgary, Canada. And just recently I became a data analyst as well, and I just want to share my story in case someone is going to be able to learn from it on how to transition to becoming a data analyst. So first things first, I'm going to be talking about my life before I became a data analyst. Basically, I have a bachelor's degree in history and international relations. That, of course, is a Bachelor of Arts. 4 years in school studying history and international relations, totally unrelated to statistics, which is normally needed for data analysis, maths, engineering, economics, because it's quite easy to transition from those courses into data analysis. However, I had no background in those courses. After school, I packed my bags and I practically relocated here to Canada to be with my husband and then to start my family. One thing that I've always been concerned about is my career path. I knew that getting here, coming to Canada, I wouldn't want to pursue history and international relations, definitely. I wanted something that I would really love doing, something that would give me job satisfaction, something that would be financially rewarding as well. And then I started researching, checking on Google, on Quora, on things I could do that would be a long-term career path for me. And that was basically my life before becoming a data analyst. It's really basic and really simple. Of course, while researching, I saw a lot of career paths, ranging from nursing, which is like what everybody want to do when they come to a foreign country, especially if you're coming from my home country, where I'm coming from, Nigeria. Most people get here and they really want to go into nursing, so that was also something I was considering. However, I have no background in science because I was an art student, so I knew that somehow that was going to be difficult for me, and I was not ready to listen to the motivational quote of people saying, oh, you can do just anything you put your mind on. I don't want to put my mind on nursing. I don't see myself thriving there, and so nursing for me was a no. I really don't think I'm someone that likes to sit down and just read. One thing about me is I am very hands-on. I prefer to do things with my hands. I feel like I thrive doing things with my hand, learning new softwares and all of that. So I decided to start with UI UX. Now, UI UX is basically user experience and user interface. And of course, I decided to start self-learning. I decided to download Figma because that was where I was creating my designs and my prototypes. I really enjoyed the little time I spent as a UI UX designer in the making. However, after speaking with a couple of people, one person actually, told me how it was better for me to do something more technical than going into UI UX. And after researching and just checking out what data analysis entails, I believed strongly that I could actually do this. Now, first thing first, you have to find out what you are capable of doing. I'm not going to go and say, oh, you can do anything you want to do if you set your mind on doing it. If I had decided to go into nursing and I know that I really do not like to spend long hours reading, then I know, of course, I'm not going to thrive in that role, right? So that is the first thing I would really advise. Because I'm going to be talking about how I transition into data analysis, it doesn't mean that you have to transition into data analysis as well. Data analysis might not just be for you. It's not for everybody. Nothing is for everybody. Everybody has to pick what works for them. After doing all this research, of course, the next thing was, so where do I start from? And that is most of the questions that, people normally ask. What am I going to do to start? Or what am I going to do to transition into this career path? The first thing I did was to go research on the tools that I need, soft skills, and your technical skills. Soft skills: critical thinking, analytical thinking, your curiosity. You're very creative because you have to create dashboards, right? And creating dashboards and reports also means that you have to be creative to create visually appealing dashboards. For the technical skills, I had to learn some softwares that would require me to also learn how to code, such as SQL. Python was also one of the tools that I had to learn, Power BI or Tableau. Now this is where you create all the visually appealing dashboard. And then lastly, you have to learn Microsoft Excel. These were all the tools that I needed to learn. Now, given that I have no experience using all these tools, I had never even used Excel before. I knew that I had to either self-learn or decide to take a course. Luckily for me, it was something I already made up my mind on doing, which is something I would like to see here again, especially if you are relocating to another country just like I did. It is very important that you sort out what you want to do when you get to that country. This will literally help you settle in faster and kickstart your career very fast. I literally got to Canada just last year, and now it seems like I am on the right track, right? So knowing that I wanted to venture into data analysis, and with the help and support of my husband, I decided to take a course in Nigeria with this school. The name of the school is UTIVA, and I think that cost us about 150,000 or 200,000. I am not really sure. I'll probably put the right amount on the screen. So after paying that, I was even allowed to pay twice. I started with that cohort. That cohort started in June. It's a 6-month course, and we only had classes every Saturdays and Sundays for 4 hours. And that was how I started learning all the tools that I need to succeed in data analysis. And then finally, I finished that class in October. Right then, I was already in Canada. Now, one thing that I feel that I made a mistake on was not job searching immediately. Firstly, I felt like I was not ready because I had not gained proficiency in all the tools. You do not need to gain proficiency in all the tools before you land yourself your first job. But I decided to start working instead. And of course, I had to do some menial jobs like the minimum wage jobs here. And then finally, I only worked for 2 months doing those minimum wage jobs, and then I stopped working and I started school, which will bring me to another part in this video. Here in Canada, Calgary to be precise, where I live, one school that I pretty much had my eye on was SAIT. I knew that this school could actually teach me the skills I need. Now, the thing is, I was not ready to take on student loans because I know people land tech jobs with self-learning. So I was not ready to pay 12,000, 15,000 just to go to SAIT. Actually, I was a new immigrant. I have not been working, and I just couldn't afford that amount of money, and I was not ready to take a loan. I heard that there was something I could do, and I would actually get into SAIT for free, and I would also get a certificate of completion as well as transcripts while I am in SAIT. And of course, I decided to take that opportunity. I went in through this program called Tech Careers. I did the interview first in November. I came into Canada September 2021. I applied for that program in October or November 2021 as well, but unfortunately I was denied that admission. I had some criteria that I had to meet, but I wasn't able to meet them just because I had just come into Canada at that time. So I was hoping that I would apply again. However, I got called again in February or March if I was still interested in taking that course. So of course I was still interested. That was basically my response, and then I had to, submit some of those things again because I had spent like 2 months already working. I was now able to meet that criteria, and I was actually offered the admission. It was a very hectic program that usually runs from Monday till Friday, every day, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. So I couldn't work because I wanted to dedicate all my time, to learning. One thing that really helped as well was because I had taken a course back home in my home country. That really helped me understand and learn faster what I was being taught now. But I just wanted the experience here in Canada. I wanted that school in my resume. And I also feel like that prepared me more and made me more confident for interviews. It also made me get rid of the idea of, I need to be very proficient before I can start applying for jobs. One thing is you actually gain more experience and more proficiency while you are on the job. So do not wait till when you are proficient before applying for jobs. After I was done with that course and I got my certificate, I actually started applying that same month. I only applied for 1 month before I landed my first data analysis role. Just keep applying, just keep applying. That was what I literally heard every day from everybody that I told I was job searching. You can actually reach out to people as well that are, already working in the industry, and also ask some questions. Also ask for resumes just to see how you could actually tweak yours as well. Interviews actually is a learning curve, and although I had just 2 interviews, my second interview was what landed me my first role. My first interview was basically a learning curve for me. My second interview, which is a job I'm working right now, I actually had 5 stages of interviews, and every stage for me was a learning curve. So if interviews are something that you get to do every time back to back, it will actually be a learning curve for you, and you know that for your next interview you are more confident and you've learned something, right? So I believe that the necessary things needed to thrive in this role are taking courses or self-learning. Self-learning is something that you never ever stop doing, because if you do not learn, data is something that is exponentially growing. It is growing so fast, and you need to learn, because this is tech. It is transitioning and growing every day. I also had people that I was reaching out to get resumes, to get some questions, popular questions asked for interviews, things that I could probably be expecting to be asked. I'm really grateful that I had all these opportunities, and this helps me transition into this career path within a very short time. Today's video is sponsored by FT-OKIFY Fashion Lover, and they were kind enough to send me this beautiful saddle bag. I already unboxed it, but I'm going to put a video somewhere here of when I was unboxing this bag. I have actually used this bag already. I used it out, and I really love the bag. And if you guys want to shop from them, I have a discount code for you guys, which is Rachel0, and this will give you a 12% discount off any of your purchase from their website. So it's actually Rachel O and not Rachel0. I'm also going to leave their Instagram handle for you guys in case you guys want to go onto their page on Instagram and just see what they have. It is not a bag that really contains a lot of things, just your essentials. I have my purse in the bag from when I went out the other day. I put some makeup brushes and my edge control, but by the time I put that into this bag, my phone is quite big, so it couldn't really fit because of all the things I had in the bag. But on a normal day, this would fit into my bag. So yeah, happy shopping, guys. So that's really it about my career transitioning to data analysis. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and this was actually enlightening. And of course, I would be more than happy to answer all your questions and all your inquiries about this. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. So subscribe, like this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.